welcome to the Horror Show. I'm Marcia Parker.
I'm Marcia Fuego here.
And I'm Cecil Laird, and we're here to continue our LV 426 Alien Day April 26 coverage. We, of course, binge-watched all 4 of the original Alien series specifically for this event, and we are here to review the 4th and final in the Ripley era of the Alien series, Alien Resurrection.
Yep.
Now, this one was an interesting one by anyone's estimation. Certainly the silliest in the original series, although, interestingly enough, I didn't realize it until this watch that it was written by none other than Joss Whedon of both Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Angel, Dollhouse, and, of course, Avengers fame.
Yeah.
So this is his story byproduct. So a lot of the criticism, I suppose, can lie with him, although the execution has a little bit to be desired as well. As I said, this is the most silly of all the Alien installments, where basically we are right off the bat introduced to this science team led by Brad Dourif of both Chucky fame and Deadwood and Lord of the Rings. Any number of projects he's been in. So he is the creepy lead scientist who is in charge of creating apparently a new Ripley, complete with alien queen parasite inside her.
Spoiler, because that's how she died in Alien 3, was finding out that she had a queen inside of her, and it bursts out, and she's all cradling it mama style at the end.
Exactly, as she falls into the pit of lava. So they have
Thinking that
found
would be
blood
the end,
samples.
finally.
They have found blood samples from the Fury prison encampment.
Probably
and
from the doctor she was banging.
Whoever, who knows. But nonetheless, they have this blood sample. They grow a new Ripley. They take the queen out. They grow the queen separate while keeping Ripley alive, because why the heck not, apparently, is their reasoning. She's displaying interesting things there. She's learning very quickly, and I don't know that they know, for instance, that she has like certain kind of special abilities right off the bat.
I don't know if they ever even determined the doctors.
I don't think so either. Like, this is something we're just finding out about as we go, but basically, while Ripley and the Queen are being raised, a cargo ship arrives for the scientists to use cargo, and the cargo ship is containing 3 crew members, including Ron Perlman, Winona Ryder, the gentleman that was the bad guy in The Crow, whose name I don't know right off the top of my head, but
Robo Troll, that guy's awesome. Going around on his.
Yep. There's a number of character actors in this crew, and they show up bringing cargo of live humans to the scientists, who in turn use them with the egg farm that they've created via the queen that they've extracted from Ripley. So they create a new race of aliens that they basically throughout the movie are trying to teach, I suppose, domesticate, perhaps.
Train, just like we saw in the comics a lot. I mean,
that's the whole point. They've been trying to get these creatures so they can use it for our military, because, that sounds like a fantastic idea.
And apparently, after 200 years after the last time we saw Ripley, which basically makes a grand total of about 300 years that this company has been trying to weaponize aliens, and they still haven't learned that it doesn't work.
Although, it's not the same company anymore. It's like remnants of that company working with big government, military, whatever interests involved. Because it's not the United. It's United Systems.
They even say
they describe it as
been a long time,
right?
But it's the same shit, different day.
Same. And the true villains of this film still are the people.
Sweet? It's not called by another name.
Yeah, exactly. True.
I gotta say though, the alien queen looked awesome in this. And
Alien Queen looks really awesome.
Yeah, and even though there are some CGI, like in our previous review in Alien 3, we were talking about how bad the CGI aliens looked in that one. They looked improved in this one, but I thought the practical blend
it's a
was good
full alien moving on screen.
Yeah.
If it's just them like reaching out or doing stuff like that, it's all practical aliens.
Yeah.
But it's only when they have to show them like galloping around
the quick movement
that they go to the CG, and it just falls flat. Again, we're here in 2016, so it's easy for us to say it doesn't
almost
look
20
good.
years later. This came out in 97.
Yeah, exactly. So again, though, the practical effects, I love the practical effects in this movie. I still think they look better than a lot of the practical effects we get nowadays, or a lot of the effects we get nowadays, because we just don't get that many practical effects
anymore. That is one thing
that's
that's been very consistent in all of the movies is the practical effects have always been very entertaining.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, even if they lessen them up a little bit in the last two incarnations, 3 and 4. I mean, still, when you saw the practical on screen, they looked great. I thought the slime and the drippage and everything. And
unnerving. And then, of course, getting back to the story briefly, basically with this group, this government scientist group, trying to do this, of course, the aliens get free.
Of course.
And then the military installation is quickly overrun. All the military people die very quickly, leaving only the cargo crew. And Ron Perlman, as Marcia said, exclaims at one point, "Where the hell are all the military guys?" You know,
they're dead.
Yeah, and it's like, well, how? Okay, I guess it's just up for the cargo crew, the ragtag cargo ship crew, to make it out alive. So
it's like a B or C level Firefly
it really is
going into this situation.
Well, it's just a B or C level movie at this point. Like,
I would have been much more entertained if it was Firefly.
Where's Nathan Fillion to help us out in this one?
They had a lot of money to put towards it, so they tried their best. And the problem is the story with the cargo ship crew trying to get back and to an escape ship of some kind, whether it's their ship or they're trying to get back to their ship. And of course, somehow they're on a space station. And there's a whole scene where they're underwater for 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Like
the place is flooding for whatever reason, and their only way to get there.
I think I missed something.
I think they just wanted to show aliens swimming.
Well, I mean, of course, there has to be an area of the ship that has the big supply of water. Right, so I suppose if that gets ruptured, and they happen to have to cross through it, without any other way around, considering how big the ship is.
They battled the alien while underwater and still had to get out of water, and it seems like a lot of stuff to be doing with no air. Like,
it's true. They held their breaths like champs. Now
there's a lot of illogical moments in this film. I gotta say, we talked a little bit about the third one and how just character motivations being a little weird. In this one, it's a stupid hot mess in this particular movie. It's way gorier than anything previously, but yet it's way dumber than anything they've done as well.
I did not like the acting. I didn't like the people chosen to do this movie at all.
No Winona Ryder fan.
I love every actor. I've seen them play many different roles, but this one was not their role. And I really don't think they should have had Ripley come back to life at all. Like, she should have just been dead.
You know why, though?
I know. And she drives the story, I get it, but I mean...
I like the way they brought her back. I thought if you had to bring her back, it was an intriguing way to do it.
Yeah, I guess. She kind of annoyed me.
Well, outside of the CG effects that we said were improved, but still bad.
She acts strange throughout, but that's because she's not the same person.
Yeah. But what did you guys think of certain particular scenes or aspects of the practical effects? Like, for instance, the egg trap. I thought the egg trap at the end of the underwater tunnel
when they came
was really
out.
cool.
Totally awesome. And the beginning one too, where you see what was going to happen to those people that
when they're all lined up in tubes with the eggs.
Straight out of the comic books, because they expanded upon this universe so much in these Dark Horse comic books, and they're about to start again. So keep your eye out for that.
But a lot of the practical effects came at the very end when we saw the Queen had a second what do you call it, childbearing cycle, I guess you could call it, because it laid the alien eggs and then it developed a human-like womb where it hatched the final hybrid alien that was the big sort of set piece for the end of this movie. Now, while the hybrid alien, I think, continues to look silly, I thought the whole scene where it was birthed was very effective and really cool to see this giant sort of alien belly, and have it burst
slimy
through.
And nauseatingly nasty, and
Well, and were you surprised when Mama met Son?
Oh, you mean when they killed? Yeah, I wasn't. I didn't know what to expect, but I guess I thought they would team up, not him kill the Queen off and then.
Well, what did you think of the way it looked? I know Fuego and I think it's a little silly, but did it strike you as silly, or was it like, ooh, that's kind of interesting kind of thing?
I didn't like the hybrid.
You didn't like him?
I didn't like it with the human eyes, and then you kind of felt bad for the alien. He's like, oh, this is a little alien. He just wants to play. And he just wants to be loved.
You mean when he got
and then
sucked
he got sucked out, and he's all like, Mom, seriously?
Spoilers.
Yeah, well, sorry if you haven't watched
Spoilers
it by
on a
now. It has been
20-year-old movie.
1997. But anyway, I don't know. unhappy with the movie and
Really?
kind of disappointed that it ended
Worst
that
in
way.
the series, then, in your estimation?
Yeah, I didn't appreciate it at all. I thought it was. I didn't from top to
no
bottom.
redeeming values.
No, top to bottom.
Wow.
I didn't even want to finish it.
This is a straight up 3-star for me, where it's fun, it's dumb, it's
me too.
Not as good as I remember it. It was the first one I ever saw in theaters as a kid. 97. I was in 6th or 7th grade at that point, and so. Yeah, it was the first one the parents were like, okay, you're close enough, or maybe we'll take you along. And
I mean, for a finale for Ripley, because it was the whole all 4 movies really is her story arc about her relationship with getting the first, like, don't let that alien on my fucking ship, to, I guess we're at Earth now. It was. I felt like it could have been stronger for her end. Like,
for sure it could have been.
Like, I understand what you were talking about when you're saying that a lot of fans didn't think that they should have done the 4th movie because of how well the 3rd one ended.
Yeah, they were critical of that.
And I agree with that because she went out on top and then they brought her back and she just came back as like...
But yet, I thought it was effective because it shows the vile, evil nature of that corporation and all of, or the remnants of them at this point.
True, because she was the 8th experiment.
Yeah.
We saw the first 7. Did not go well.
No,
did not go well.
Nasty.
But I don't know.
More good practical in the movie.
Absolutely.
Was that particular scene.
That's the thing. That's why I still would give it about 3 out of 5 as well. It's entertaining if you don't go in expecting any sort of story cohesion. Or like any
maybe
kind
that's
of
the
depth.
Problem is because I really enjoyed like the first 3, like the 3rd one, it had its ups and downs I didn't like, but overall I still enjoyed the movie. By the time I got to the 4th one, I don't know, I knew it was gonna be the end. I thought it was gonna be a little bit more than what it was, considering they had all, like, when they're like, oh, look at all of these new aliens we're creating, when they had all of them sort of. Where did they go? Where did all the aliens go? There was no horde of aliens coming. There was no gunfire.
Well, they said there were 12.
Yeah.
Still.
They had 12 of them.
Yeah, and they were all scattered.
And the other movies, they only had 1, and it was more carnage and action-packed than...
That's true.
Than having 12. I thought with 12 it would be bigger and badder.
Well, that's why in retrospect I compare the 2nd and the 4th to the 1st and the 3rd, because... 1st and 3rd only had 1 creature for the whole thing, and it was still effective, as you were just admitting. And this one, it was like they tried to take those themes of just mass carnage and warfare from the 2nd one, and the execution was just... It was cheese, man. It did not balance that level, because there's humor in the 2nd Aliens film, a ton of it. This one, it just felt more like you were laughing at it instead of with it.
Right.
If you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
definitely. So, all in all, it's amusing. It's a silly diversion.
Fun. I like it.
Still within the Alien universe, and I still like a lot of the practical effects, so I'm still going to continue to rewatch it throughout the years, even though it won't be that high on my list.
I have to chime in. Nastiest kill ever in the series, I think, and it was
almost
like an upgrade from the comics.
If you guys watched our review of the first Aliens book, Fuego did mention that he had a favorite kill in that book, and they basically not only reenacted it but amped it up
to 11. Yeah, it ended up being about as shallow as a kiddie pool at the end of the day. It was not as deep as the first 3.
No, but there you go. Still worthwhile if you want just silly, crazy alien fun.
I'm really happy we did this, though. It was a great experience. I actually got to sit down and watch all the movies all at once and get a real good feel of what makes Alien. And I have watched The Predators. I know I watched those Predator movies. I love Predator and AVP. And Prometheus. So I'm looking forward to continuing our journey with the alien world with you guys. And
this was important to watch together, though, right? Because this was the saga of Ripley. It's one just kind of arc of a story, and she's not in any of the other movies. So,
no, and I'm excited to get to the AVP movies because I've only seen them one time or twice. So I'm excited to see them with you guys. Hopefully we'll do that sooner rather than later, but we will come back with more reviews of the alien world, even if I have to sit through that god-awful Prometheus again to do it.
Prometheus is good. I like Prometheus.
I saw a lot of the Easter eggs that
from Alien
that they linked
space
up,
jockey and all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah, God, Prometheus sucks. Anyway.
This guy, well, it's his show.
So. Well, I had to watch Resurrection, so you can watch Prometheus.
True. Hey, listen, I've watched both too many times.
You guys are going to make that exchange. I like them both, so.
Anyway,
very different.
Thanks very much for watching our review of Alien Resurrection. I've been Cecil Laird.
Gracias, I've been Jaime Fuego.
And I'm Marcia Parker.
And until next time, remember,
stay scared.